The year was 1976, and Worlds of Fun joined the bicentennial celebration in a big way. They added a completely new area of the park and also a history-making new roller coaster, the Screamroller. In my version of Worlds of Fun, I'm building it with Planet Coaster. We're going to get that Screamroller up and running in this video. Hi, my name is Kevin. Thanks for stopping by. It was the centerpiece of the first major park expansion since Worlds of Fun opened in 1973. Yes, indeed, it was 1976. The United States was in the middle of a huge bicentennial celebration, and of course, Worlds of Fun did. They added this completely new area. It was called Bicentennial Square, and there it was, the Screamroller right there in the middle. And it was one of the first roller coasters, one of the first modern roller coasters to actually take riders upside down. Now, the Screamroller was not absolutely the first roller coaster of this type. The absolute number one first aero development corkscrew coaster was actually at Knott's Berry Farm out in California. It was opened up in 1975, the year before the Screamroller premiered at Worlds of Fun, and I believe there may have been even another one, maybe one or two, that might have opened up before the Screamroller actually did, but certainly amongst the first. We'll just say it like that, amongst the first types of aero corkscrew roller coasters like this to actually take riders upside down. Certainly among modern roller coasters. As you can see here in this video, I'm really just doing some landscaping, arranging some of these rocks and plants around the water area here around the ride. I actually started building my version of Worlds of Fun here with Planet Coaster actually several months before I started making these videos, and so I don't know, maybe it's good news, maybe it's bad news. I already pretty much had this track built before I started making all these videos, so not really a whole lot of work to do on the track, but definitely a lot of work that I still need to get done as far as the landscaping. So hope you don't mind. I'm just going to be showing how I'm doing a lot of this work around the ride here, just to make it look as close to what it looked like as I can remember. Now remember, we're going back about 50 years, so my memory might be a little foggy here, a little bit, but I do definitely remember we for sure we had this nice area of water and rock work and plants and things right around, especially right underneath the where the double corkscrew loops took you. But I do promise you, coming up at the end of this video, we're going to take a ride on this thing, so you'll get a chance to maybe relive some memories if you ever did actually get to ride the Screamroller, or you know what, if it was gone before you had a chance to take a spin on it, then you'll get a chance to maybe see what it was like just by taking a ride here with us in this video. 1988 was the last year for the Screamroller at Worlds of Fun. The next season, 1989, a brand new wooden roller coaster, the Timberwolf, took its place. Now, by the time Worlds of Fun added the Timberwolf, I had not worked at the park there for several years, but I do remember going there in '89. Of course, I wanted to ride the brand new wooden roller coaster, and I remember going there, and I thought it was kind of cool. They actually kept the old Q house. They kept our old Q house from the Screamroller and continued to use it as the Q house for the Timberwolf. I thought that was pretty neat. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, 1976 was the first year for the Screamroller. I did not start working at the park until the following year, 1977, but I suppose the Screamroller will always have a pretty special place in my heart because as a ride operator, it was the first ride that I was assigned to. And I can tell you, especially on busy days, this ride kept us hopping. You know, if it was busy in the park, well, that usually meant we were running 2 trains. And keep in mind, this was not a very long ride. It really only took about 70 seconds from the time the train left the station, went up the lift and around the track through the loops and then back into the station. It was only about 70 seconds. So, and if we were running 2 trains, you just think about that. That basically meant we were unloading and loading a new train about every 30-35 seconds. We were definitely busy up there in that Q house. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the Screamroller made its debut at the park in 1976, and it was a part of this whole brand new area called Bicentennial Square. And as you may or may not have noticed, I have not even begun to start making the buildings for the area. So definitely something on my to-do list. But I just wanted to get this video made, and at least let's get it to where we can take a ride on the darn thing. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go. Let's take a ride on the Screamroller. How about one more time in the front seat?
So even Milana was a sailor, but you're not. Say, Stefana over there in the boat on the fire.